Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Megan, and today I wanted to talk about the Valextra Iside bag. They did make a whole Instagram post about how to say it. I'm still probably saying it wrong, but like I used to say Iside, I don't know, something like that. But they broke it down phonetically, and supposedly it's pretty close to Iside. I love this bag. I did do a review, kind of a rough review, like I accidentally spill all of my stuff onto the floor and I was back in our old Providence home. But I do go through like what fits, the functionality, the full size. I give full dimensions for mine, which is the mini size. Now, this is not like a mini bag. It is, I think of it as a small bag. I don't know. Semantics, like I don't really know what any of that means, but my point is that you can fit a phone, you can fit a ton of stuff in this bag along with like a catch-all. I go through all of that in my first video. Something I really just wanted to make another video about this because there aren't many online, and it is a fantastic bag. I recently received some comments on that video. It's actually a video that's done really well, and I think it's because there's so little information. I'm really happy about that because this bag is so great. I wanted to spread the word, but someone asked me how is mine held up because the secondhand market bags, gosh, I'm getting all tongue-tied, but the secondhand market bags that are available, they are so beat up. I mean, they are rough looking. The handle is usually all wonky. Sometimes they're heavily marked and scuffed, and to be honest, I don't know how that happens because as you can see, mine's perfect. There is nothing wrong with this bag, and not to be a tease, but my white Chanel Classic flap, it's had some issues. I've been too upset to talk about it on here. I do not like to make negative videos. I don't like to make angry videos, but I'll leave it at that for now. I'm sure I'll make a video on it eventually, but there's been some issues with the construction. This bag, which obviously I'm equally careful with, I'm careful with all my bags, but I also don't think of myself as fussy. This bag is still in perfect condition. Now, I don't use it as much as, let's say, some of my darker bags. I probably don't reach for this in like the highest heat of summer because we experience over 90 degrees. It's quite humid here on the East Coast. It gets kind of swampy and gross, and this just isn't really the bag that I grab, you know, but I do use it the rest of the year. It's a light color. That was my choice. I think it's a beautiful color, but I knew going in I would have to be a bit careful. I mentioned this in my very first video, but I did get denim transfer on the back of it one time when I was wearing it crossbody and it was rubbing against my jeans for a long time. It was darker denim. Don't ask me what I was thinking because I don't know, but I did manage to get it off. I used dish soap and a damp cloth. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but someone suggested I try that and it did actually work. So, you know, I'm happy with that. This is treated leather, so it is very hardy. It's very, you know, like it's a sturdy bag. Can you like hear? I don't know if that's a good test to explain in a video, but it keeps its structure beautifully. It's quite firm because it's a treated leather. So if you are seeing bags on the secondhand market and you're thinking, wow, these are so beat up, is there an issue with the bag itself that just means it's going to deteriorate? I really wouldn't worry about that, just depending on how you treat it. Perhaps if you used it every single day and were commuting with this bag, maybe over a couple years it could get like that. But if you do, yeah, I don't really know what else to say on that. Mine certainly looks nowhere near like those secondhand bags, and I've thoroughly enjoyed using this. I never feel like I've been that fussy with it. A few things I wanted to go over in this video since I talk about what fits and just the general functionality in my very first video. Oh gosh, I love this bag. I'm gonna try not just to gush and gush over how much I love this bag, but I wanna make it very clear, I still love this bag. It's so pretty, and it's like, for me, this is another tier of luxury. I'll go into all that later, but a few details I wanted to go over. So in the United States, I know that you can most easily buy these from Neiman Marcus, but there's very limited selection, limited sizes, limited colors. You can occasionally get like 10–15% off doing it that way. I do have more information in my description box in my first video on that. And you can get it from Farfetch. Farfetch is not always the best prices. I find that true with a lot of things on Farfetch, only just speaking from being in the United States. And of course you can get it from just the Valextra site directly. And Valextra, that site is going to be the only place where you have access to every size, every color. They do such cool special editions of this bag. And I think it's because it's such a just simple shape. It's this classic trapezoid. It has such clean lines. It's really easy to go in and out. Like, you can just put so much on this shape to make it really funky, and they'll experiment with different shapes. They experiment with different closures. Like, look how just satisfying that is, how clean it is. Like, I think this is a whole other level where, not to be a downer, but I think a lot of luxury bags kind of get a little bit lazy when it comes to detail and construction and functionality, because they just slap a logo on it. And I'm not saying that just in general. Obviously, I love luxury bags and I like plenty that have logos. But I think this is a tier above, frankly, where they have thought about every little thing. These, oh my gosh, these, the side little bits, I don't know what you call them, but where the straps connect, it is just so clean and really seamless in comparison to a lobster claw. And the architecture of this bag is insane. Okay, have I said enough? I think I have. Basically, there have been some new sizes, something I wanted to get into in this video. Valextra has introduced a few new sizes to this range, and they actually removed one of their other sizes. At least that's the way it seems. It's no longer available online. It hasn't been available for a while. So they used to have a bag that was smaller than this mini, and it seems like they've replaced it with what they now call the micro. And I think it's because, just speculating here, I think it's because that previous smaller size didn't fit a phone. Like, it wasn't cute and dinky enough to be a micro bag, but it was like, so it wasn't small enough to be in that category, but it wasn't big enough to fit a phone. So it was just kind of difficult to use, and I don't think it appealed to many people. But so going in order from smallest to largest, they have a clutch, which doesn't have the top handle obviously, but it's cute. It's just like a really simple, clean looking clutch, and they obviously do the special editions. It can hold quite a bit. It kind of reminds me of like just the simpleness of the Lady Dior clutch. They also have a belt bag. I do have my notes right here, so I apologize for looking down. It has the top handle and everything. You can wear it on your shoulder. You can change the strap so that it's not just a belt bag. The way they have the belt is like they have two slits in the back so that you weave the belt through. You can wear it as a belt bag. You could wear it like slung across your body. I personally don't think that the top handle style works so well as a belt bag, but that's just me. That's just aesthetics, whatever you like. They now have a new size that is called the Micro. That's $3,450. I'll just put all the prices in the description box. But that one, supposedly it can fit most smartphones. They actually make a point of saying this on the website. I think that was an issue with the other one, so they want to make it very clear you can fit most phones. Maybe not a maxi, but I'll have a link to that so you can check out the dimensions. And then there is the mini. This has not changed. I think this is a fantastic size. I am really, really curious about the micro, especially some of the limited editions, but this is a fantastic size. There is then a medium. That one is $4,350. It's kind of comparable to the medium Lady Dior, I would say, in size. It might be a little bit wider. It's still this trapezoidal shape. It's very nice. It's bigger than what I would need. Actually, one second. I did bring out so many things. I would compare that one to my Ferragamo box bag. This is the large Ferragamo box bag. However, they don't make this bag anymore, so I don't know how helpful my mentioning that was. But the medium is a very nice size if you need something bigger than, let's say, the mini peekaboo. I have so many bags next to me. But in case you can't see this in person, this is a really, really good comparison. This size, it's pretty much the same. The difference is obviously the peekaboo, it's a little bit easier to get in and out of because it's like that bucket bag style where you can just slip your hand in. But I mean, this has added security if that's something you think about. Also, the divider in the peekaboo, that really limits the capacity of the mini peekaboo. Something to think about if you're considering it. This one is just wide open. It's so, so nice. Mine is currently full of paper. I don't know why I'm tipping it forward like you're gonna be able to see in there, like that will be helpful. But yes, so there is the medium, which is bigger if you find something like the mini peekaboo is just way too small for you. Even if you could imagine it without the divider, the medium might be nice. It's just much bigger than what I would typically use. And then last, well, sort of least, is that terrible to say? I don't know. But they also have a backpack. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to include this, but it's technically in the line. That one is clearly not a bestseller. And I say that because the micros, the minis, even the mediums, they are frequently coming out with special editions, new colors. I mean, I think there are over a dozen colors available of this bag to order. It's great. It's just a full rainbow. They have a really pretty lilac right now. I love them so much. The backpack I have consistently seen for well over a year now. They only have 2 or 3 colors, maybe. That is what I take from a brand when they're not putting out new special editions, they're not putting out new colors, especially if that's very typical with other bags that they have. It means that it's not worth it to them to put out new colors. Is that fair? I think so. I still love this bag. I love it so much. It is one of my favorite shapes. This, the Fendi Peekaboo. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Those are 2 of like my all-time favorite bags in terms of just look, functionality. They're so easy to style. They're really easy to use. And you can just do so much with this shape. It's similar to what like Fendi has going on with the baguette and the peekaboo. Because they're like at their core, they're quite simple. They can then chuck on a bunch of sequins or embroidery, lace, like whatever. They can do so much with those shapes because they're actually quite simple. This bag is very structured. It's a great base for so many different designs. I love the new marbled one that they have. It has like plexiglass attached. I don't really know how that would work with like plexiglass on a bag, but it looks very, very cool. Yeah, I would totally love to get that one. But yes, I'm done rambling now. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.